That's not funny. So that for me was a scar because I'm telling you something that I thought was serious and you making a joke about it like it's nothing because maybe she didn't believe me or something, I don't know. But because of her reaction, I vowed to never throw something somebody tells me in their face. So I would never ever do that. So if you know me and we've ever had an altercation and you ever felt like I threw something in your face that you told me in confidence or I mentioned it too many times, maybe you should take just 1 second to reevaluate the situation and try to understand what I was trying to say to you. Now, I do know in my past that I have been ignorant to the fact that some things that people tell me is a scar for them if they tell me in confidence, and I try to make a point by mentioning it to them, but I was ignorant to the fact that it was a scar. So if I've ever done that to you, my viewers, if you know me personally, I apologize from the most sincerest bottom of my heart because I know how it feels for someone to throw something in your face that you tell them in confidence. So I would never do that. And if it came off as that, that's not what happened because that's not what it was. I will admit that I've been ignorant to the fact in the past about scars, but I've never thrown something in someone's face. Now, how did I get through the pain? I got through that pain like for a minute. It didn't start bothering me till I was like 20. Like, so my 20th year and to my 21st year, you know, I was trying to deal with that pain and I was trying to heal from it. I was trying to get over it. And I didn't understand why it started bothering me now. It was like, I started thinking like, why would she do that to me? I was a kid. What would possess her to do this? And I understand that sometimes prey becomes predator. And she couldn't become a predator unless somebody preyed on her. So I understand that. And with my understanding, it made it easier to understand and heal. So I tried to talk to her. And I'm like, do you remember that time that you babysat me? And this and this and that? And she tried to act like she didn't know what I was talking about. So I understood right then and there that she wasn't going to admit to it so that I could forgive her to her face or even find out why she did it. So I just let that conversation go. And I said to myself, I have to let this go so that I can move on, so that I can be happy. Now, understand forgiveness is not always about how the other person feels. It's about you and how you're going to get through it. It's about the peace of mind that it holds in your body and in your heart. And you need to learn to forgive someone so that you can let it go and move on and live your rest of your life. Now, how I feel about it today is it was tragic that it happened, and the way that it happened and all those mishaps that happened in between it was messed up, and it did bother me a little bit, but I am okay and I am very much better now. I just know that when I do have children, to be aware of who I leave them around and to know them and to trust them and not just need a babysitter. Next. All right. Speak on it again. Okay, so I'm going to define molestation for the children that are watching, even though I advise parental supervision. Molestation definition: sexual assault or abuse of a person, especially women and children. Children, talk to your children about this. Also, young boys and men. Now, why do I think people get away with it? I think that people get away with it because back then, women were afraid to either speak up to a predator like that, or children are manipulated to thinking that if they say something, they're going to get in trouble, or something's going to happen to their parent if they tell their parent. And that's what predators do. They manipulate your child. So this is why I say communication. Talk to your child about this kind of stuff if they're at an age where they can understand what you're talking about. Now, what I would say to someone who is currently going through that, I would say that understand that that pain and that suffering is only temporary. You will get through it and live a normal life one day. Just take it a day at a time, and if you can find it in your heart to understand, and this is why I said in my last segment that understanding is a practice, that understand it's nothing that you did. It's not your fault. You just have to live your life, and it happened to you, and you can't change that it happened to you. And if you can, and your statute of limitation is not over with, handle that. Handle that. Legal actions, handle that. But if you can't, just try to move on. Don't live your life trying to be vengeful, because at the end of the day, that's only going to tear you down as a person, because that person is already broken, and that's why they're breaking people. So if you're going through that today, I would say live your life. If you can take legal action, do that still. And if not, forgive them so you can move on. Now, I say forgive them for your peace of mind. Never forget, but forgive them for your peace of mind. And how I think it affects most victims is it's real mental. Some of it's very physical. Some people don't like to be touched after stuff like that. And I understand that. But understand that not everyone in this world is going to hurt you. And not everyone in this world is out to hurt you. So take that knowledge that I'm giving to you and help your situation. Next. Okay, so I hope that you guys took something from that segment. And if you're currently going through that, do take that advice that I gave you guys, because I know that that pain is only temporary from experience. And it's about your forgiveness. You need to forgive them so that you can move on. It's not about them. Forget about them because they hurt you. They don't matter. It's about you and the healing of your heart and your soul and your spirit. But never forget. Goodbye, ladies and gentlemen. Bye.